Let's be real, spending years in a classroom memorizing verb charts isn't the most effective way to learn. You don't have to memorize them. You don't have to know every single conjugation for every single verb there is in Spanish. And if you've been presented with a chart like this and had a mini heart attack, you can breathe now. Frankly, this kind of chart is very aggressive. Even when I look at it, I feel a little bit out of breath. So what's the secret to learning Spanish verb conjugations fast? Well, stick around because I've got a strategy that actually works and I want to share it with you. Hola, ¿cómo estás? Soy Adriana. If you've ever looked at a verb chart and thought, how am I ever going to remember all of this? Well, you're not alone. Yo estuve ahí. I've been there. But don't worry, I'm here to share a method that's simple, practical, and most importantly, effective. So let's get started. First of all, what exactly is verb conjugation? Verb conjugation is the process of changing a verb form so that it agrees with its subject. Meaning, I have this planner. Then I gave it to my friend Jessica. So now Jessica has the planner. The verb to have is being changed in the sentence depending on who has the planner. So whether I have it or whether she has it. Now let's do it in Spanish. Yo tengo un planificador. Se lo doy a mi amiga Jessica. Ahora ella tiene un planificador. Then let's say I have a friend group working on a project and they need a planner. So I let them use my planner. Yo tengo un planificador. Se lo doy a mis amigos y ahora ellos tienen un planificador. So you see, to conjugate the verb to have with the new subject, we need to change the ending of the verb accordingly. The concept of Spanish verb conjugation is actually very similar to that in English. In Spanish, verb endings change to reflect tense, person, and number, meaning they change to be able to answer when is the action occurring, who is performing the action, and how many subjects are creating the action. Okay, so in order for you to understand the effectiveness of the method I'm going to teach you, let me explain why traditional methods don't work. In traditional classrooms, they make the mistake of teaching the conjugations first and having them memorized, which in my opinion is like forcefully breaking down a wall instead of walking around it. Many students spend an entire year on present tense conjugations, then another year on past tense, and by the time they get to the future tense, they've forgotten the rest. Plus, you'll spend 3 years on something that you still don't feel confident in. And that's why it's better to focus on practical input first and then start practicing conjugations as you're ready to speak. Focus on input before conjugation. Now, this is where we flip the traditional method. Instead of diving straight into verb charts, start by immersing yourself in Spanish input. Listen to podcasts, watch Spanish shows or movies, and read simple books or articles. Why is this important? Because conjugations make more sense when you've heard them in real-life context. For example, if you hear someone say, mañana bailaremos en la fiesta, tomorrow we will dance at the party, you're naturally learning the future tense of bailar without even realizing it. Okay, so now we're getting to the juicy part. This is where you really want to pay attention. Take out a notebook so you can take notes on this method. The method is to start with one regular verb. When you've had enough input and you're ready to start conjugating, the best place to start is with regular verbs. Why? Regular verbs follow a pattern, so once you learn one, you've practically learned them all. Let's use the regular AR verb ganar, to win, as an example. This is the present tense conjugation. Yo gano, tú ganas, él o ella gana, nosotros ganamos, ellos ganan. Past tense conjugation. Yo gané, tú ganaste, él o ella ganó, nosotros ganamos, ellos ganaron. Now with the verb necesitar, to need, present tense. Yo necesito, tú necesitas, él o ella necesita, nosotros necesitamos, ellos necesitan. Past tense. Yo necesité, tú necesitaste, él o ella necesitó, nosotros necesitamos, ellos necesitaron. Do you notice the consistency with the endings? When you master one regular AR verb, you can use the same endings for other regular AR verbs like hablar, to talk, cantar, to sing, or viajar, to travel. So here's what you want to do. You want to focus on one regular AR verb. Spend a week or two focusing on just that one AR verb. Choose one that you know you use often. What's a verb or action that you regularly do? For me, it's bailar, to dance. For you, it might be cocinar, to cook. De pronto no soy la mejor bailarina, pero me encanta bailar. These are the present tense conjugations for bailar. Present tense conjugation. Yo bailo. Tú bailas. Él o ella baila. Nosotros bailamos. Ellos bailan. So one day you're going to work on the present tense. Then the next day you're going to work on the future tense. Then the next day you'll practice the past tense, and so on until you get through all of the tenses for that one AR verb that you've chosen. In about a couple weeks, you will know all of the AR tenses. Remember, we're still working with the same word. So once you know all of the rules for this one AR verb, you will know how to use every single regular AR verb. Because you now know the future tense for bailar is bailaré, you'll be thinking, I wonder if the future tense for caminar is caminaré. And you'll be correct. It's like magic. You'll slowly and naturally get the hang of it. After this, you can do this with a regular ER verb, then a regular IR verb. And in about 6 weeks, you'll have mastered all of the conjugations for all regular verbs. Traditionally, in the classroom, this would take about 3 years. Let me tell you about what else is amazing about this. About 18,000 out of 20,000 or so Spanish verbs are regular verbs. So you've learned 90% of all verb conjugations. 90% in 3 weeks. Doesn't that blow your mind? Then when you move on to irregular verbs, you'll feel so confident, it'll be just a breeze for you. And this monster chart is now a walk in the park. Now, a common tricky verb that you'll find useful is ser, to be. My friend Mariana has an amazing video that will help you understand how to say was in Spanish. This video explains when to use era, fue, estaba, and estuvo. The link will be in the description if you want to check it out. Here's an honest truth. Learning Spanish verb conjugations is a marathon, not a sprint. It takes time, and that's okay. Even native speakers spend years perfecting their grammar in school. Short, consistent practice is more effective than cramming. This quote from Warren Buffett always sticks with me. No importa cuán grande sea el talento o los esfuerzos, algunas cosas simplemente toman tiempo. No se puede tener un bebé en un mes dejando embarazadas a 9 mujeres. No matter how great the talent or efforts, some things just take time. You can't produce a baby in 1 month by getting 9 women pregnant. What matters is that you focus on what's practical and build your skills step by step. Start with regular AR verbs, get plenty of Spanish input, and keep going. If you're struggling to find time or motivation to learn Spanish on your own, online tutoring might be exactly what you need to make real progress. Check out Spanish 55's personalized sessions. Our expert coaches can help you build the strategy you specifically need to reach your language goals. And of course, learning Spanish is more than just grammar and vocabulary. It's about growth and connection. In our new podcast, Conquering Spanish Interviews with Learners, we're interviewing students who embraced their one-on-one coaching and made Spanish a part of their lives. Go check it out. It might be the inspiration you need. Gracias por acompañarme hoy. And remember, learning Spanish is a journey. Start small, stay consistent, and enjoy the process. Nos vemos en el próximo video.